Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening. Namaste, India. My name is Sunil. It's an honor and opportunity to join you as CEO and founder of Sure Real Estate. I'm also a small representation among you who comes from a small district in Rajasthan called Bhilwara. It's a textile city. I have done my basic schooling from Bhilwara and then did my engineering from Udaipur. Uh, I still convey that Udaipur has been a my for me especially the transformative place. Yeah, from Udaipur everything kicked off for me. Yeah, done a lot of those things. Being an Hindi medium student, I still remember my day one when I joined the engineering college. Everything was in English, but that was a great transition. After that, in India, I worked with organizations like Reliance Industries, Amul, Tata Group in Gujarat and Maharashtra for around 8 plus years. And before coming to Dubai, around 15 years ago, I also had an opportunity to work with Batinda Refinery, which is a joint venture with ArcelorMittal and HPCL in India. So coming back to the Dubai journey, it's been 15 plus years with the family. Uh, I still remember when I got an offer letter. So because I was in corporate in India, it was a similar journey in the same corporate governance. Uh, I still remember when I got an offer letter, I did not have a passport. But in India at that time, in 2011, we had a Tatkal passport scheme, which we still have now. But at that time, we needed to have your application signed by an IAS officer. We got it done finally from some connect here and there. Came here. Age we come from Rajasthan. Our family was saying that Sunil, it's a Gulf country. We are happy here in Noida, Mumbai, wherever you are. Then they said, okay, if you want to go, go for a 1 year. But since then, obviously, after 2 months, we got visa for my wife and daughter. My daughter Sarah at that time was 1 year old. It's been 15 plus years, and today I can say till now in those 15, 18 years, Dubai and last 2, 3 years in India, I had an opportunity to visit around 15 plus countries. And I can say very proudly that Dubai is not a best country, it is a blessed place to live in. Yeah. And when we talk about best or blessed, the best can be from a lot of the tangible, the commercial, the infrastructural elements. But when you say it's a blessed place, then it's about the emotions, it's about the care, it's about the connect which government brings here to the people. Yeah. And obviously, all other parameters you all know. I don't need to tell you on that. But I'll tell you why I say blessed. It's been 15 plus years here with family for electricity, the basic necessity of the life. For 15 seconds, the electricity has not gone away. 24 hours of water supply to the country wherein the rain happens very less. Yeah. You do not see any electric cable. There are no issues on the roads and water spilling here and there, the drainage systems and all. So the basic elements for life is taken care to the great extent you really feel. So here the the thought process is you are there to be qualitative aspects of your life. And that's where I say the blessed element. For example, the government commitment is there for whatever emergency support you need, either from medical to police to fire brigade, in maximum 7 minutes. And you can see it on ChatGPT or Google. Maximum 7 minutes. It's a commitment from the government that those services will be there. If you're stuck on the mountain, then helicopter will come. If you are in other parts of the whatever the arrangements are needed. Yeah. That's what Dubai is known for. Every 3 months, government send a survey link to the people that guys, what else we can do to make your life more better. And especially for Indians. For me, like Rajasthan, I travel to Jaipur as an international airport. It's a 2 hours, 40 minutes journey. Yeah. Within India itself, some people keep saying, Sunil, in India also you have 2.5 hour of flight distance, right? From Delhi to Chennai and so on and so forth. So one is the distance. Second, time difference, 1.5 hour. The currency, we'll also talk more about that. It's a pegged. Yeah. When I came in 2011, The conversion rate was 11 dirham. 1 dirham equal to 11 rupees. Today, in 2026, it's at 26 rupees. So the currency aspects, we'll talk a lot about, but this I just wanted to share about my personal story, that why I say it's not the best place, but it's a blessed place. Yeah, and that's a journey. And we see it's a modern India. Guys, 39% of the populations are Indians. It's a number one uh, country who represented as a part of the population segment. So that's what we are talking about. Yeah. As we move forward, so here after 15 years, first 11 years I spent my journey with corporates. I worked with a telecom company called Etisalat for 6 years. Then Alfutem is into the various other businesses for 4+ years. Last 4.5 years, we are into real estate. But when I worked for corporates in UAE and in India, what I have realized is one common factor, the customer centricity. Yeah. That should be the base. Yeah. And when I so the real estate market and some little bit unstructured environment, yeah, uh, I saw that this piece of the customer centricity is missing in that agency and in this industry, and that's where by choice we brought the and kept the name as a Sure. Sure, we all know it's about the trust element, yeah, and then we defined that what should be our ethos and principles when we talk to the people and when we come across to their journeys. So S is about service excellence. U is about understanding you, that why, what's the purpose. And that's what I keep telling to my team. Fortunately, today we are around 25 plus people in the company. What I tell them is a very, very clear thing, that first conversation should be, sir, why you want to invest, why you want to buy a property in Dubai. What's the purpose? If it's an end use that you are trying to relocate in 2 to 3 years, there can be different track and different options. If you are trying to buy for your investment purpose, it can be different tracks. Yeah. So the why is very, very important. And that's what about understanding you. R, we all come from India. It's about respectful relationships. And E is very, very important. And that's what I was taught when I worked with Tata Group for 4+ years. Yeah, that the integrity element. And we say about exceptional integrity. It's not even 99.9%, it's 100% transparent, working in your interest. Yeah. So that's what really defines us. Otherwise, there is no value addition we bring in, right? You have a developer, you got a 1,000 plus real estate agencies in the market. What we bring as a value to you is my corporate journey, keeping you as a focus and having the deals of the entire handholding. We'll discuss on this piece little more as well. Yeah, but that's what the Sure is about, you and for everyone. Yeah. Now we talked about what's happening in the world and then the UAE. These are the mathematics. These are the commercial factors that why the global investors, yeah, is choosing UAE. And just to give you the data, if you see the for last 6 months and even for last year, 70% of the investment is coming from outside of Dubai, which means it says a lot. 90% of UAE's population is from expats, and 70% of investors believe that UAE is a place for them. So if a country or if a city is able to create some kind of a magic or recipe wherein they are able to attract 70% of their investment coming from outside, which means for sure some magic is happening in that city. And this magic is categorized into various elements. Some people says it's a you got world class infrastructure. Some people say that it's a future. Some people say it's about the environment. Some people say it's about the futuristic and progressive leadership. You can define whatever connects to you, but the zero down point is this is the place to be in for investment or for even to live in. Yeah. Yeah, like we keep saying, Dubai doesn't depend on one economy. It absorbs global capital. Yeah. And we keep talking about whatever problem or crisis or any issues happens across the world, only one single country gets benefited most, that is Dubai. Yeah. Because the value proposition, the freedom, it presents an open canvas. You define. And then when I speak to the investors who has been into the country for 10, 20, 30, yesterday I met a Mr. Gandhi. He comes from Rajasthan and now has a roots in Indore. Mr. Suresh Gandhi, to be precise. He has been spent uh, he has spent around 52 years into 52 years made our investor Suresh Gandhi, who is 52 years into the country. Yeah, and we were discussing that Sunil. He was telling me he was working in Mumbai for 3,000 rupees of the salary. He was offered 6,000 Indian equivalent rupees salary at the time, and then the journey in the history. What he says that Sunil and a lot of other people echoed the same thing, that it is a land of opportunity. Whoever has worked hard, Dubai has given them multiple returns from the experience and from the economical perspective. So that's what Dubai. We also discussed the question about Sunil, about the recent developments which has happened in geopolitical region about the disturbance and conflict. He says, Sunil, you will always see two different response from the people who has been into the country for 5 years and the people who have been into the country for more than 5 years. The people who has been into recent or they relocated in last 5 years, they will be worried. They will be into the wait and watch mode. For investment aspect we were talking. But the people who have spent more than 5 years into the country, they are not worried. They have seen those cycles, but then they have a huge belief and system which will take Dubai out of this ecosystem sooner than everybody expects. They believe in the government. They have seen this in through history, and that's what we are talking about. Whatever happened in the past, whether it's a lemon crisis of 2008 to 2012, how the journey has come back, or you talk about the COVID, or you talk about the recent floods, whatever we had. Everybody has seen those journeys, and that's why they say the people who have been here in the last or the more than 5 plus years into the country, they see this time it is an opportunity. When the prices are little comfortable, the payment plan are quite flexible, they see it's an opportunity. And that's where we were discussing yesterday. It was a live project. We have got them in commercial office. The son bought it, Mr. Alok Gandhi, and father, Mr. Suresh Gandhi, he said, let's take one more unit. So we met in their office in Dubai Hills. So what I'm trying to tell you that you may have a question that, Sunil, the current scenario of the conflict, how we see, and this was a real-time example that people who have been into the country more than 5 years, they are thinking it's an opportunity. Yeah. Um, these are some of the examples about the Dubai of properties prices over time. Whenever such opportunities came, people took advantage, and then it has given them tremendous returns. Guys, Dubai, people think not only about financial return. Let me tell you what I keep gathering from people, that, and then they question. So my lot of Indian clients complain, or not complain, they debate with me that, Sunil, whatever returns you are suggesting here over a 3, 4, 5 period of time, we get there in the land in 2 years, 3 years of time. Then why Dubai? Then we tell her, Dubai, if you see only from the lens of mathematical or monetary gains, then there are other investment options across the world. But what Dubai is known for, that it gives you obviously the returns, but it gives you a lot more, which you can call it as a future. Yeah. And then people say, yes, it's not only tangible, but a lot of intangible factors which comes here. Yeah, the best infrastructure in the world. We had a talk already, lot, and we'll keep discussing more on that. So if you are talking only monetary, you may find the place from where you come. There are opportunities, but when you combine it as it is a package, nobody can beat Dubai, and that's what our experience is. Yeah. Now, today we are into 2026. Dubai is already talking about D33, which is about 2033. They are all talking about 2040, and then also the vision for 2050 and vision for 2072. So that's what Dubai is about. And if you see the numbers, they had a target of reaching to 1 trillion transaction by 2033. But see the response. They have achieved 92% of the target last year itself, coming from 70% of the people who are outside of Dubai, guys. It cannot be a magic. It's more than that. It's a belief system. Yeah, and that's what you can see it on the picture. That the leadership is treat you not only this everyone is emanating through their love for this land and their constitutions through this. Yeah. So when it comes about the framework, when it comes about the policies, when it comes about the.
Hold on, sir. I think there's no voice live stream. Can you check if you can? You're saying it got hung. Maybe there's something to do with this.
My voice is not audible.
Audible now.
It's audible. Perfect. So what I was telling about, though 90% of the people are outsiders, they are expats.
There's no voice.
No voice.
Sorry.
Okay. I think there is some Bluetooth kind of connect. So this leadership, the leadership says all people are same, and it got reflected and it got shown again and again. I haven't felt a difference on a single moment for last 15 plus years. That's what Dubai and its leadership about. Guys, they believe in the variety, they believe in the multicultural aspects, they believe in the talent. Yeah. And if you see, and there were a lot of transaction on data, for 2025, if the highest number of millionaires have migrated to any country, Dubai has scored a number one. And Dubai, believe me, it's not even a country, it's a small city. Right? So that's what people, so that's the connect of Dubai across the world. So here we are talking about Dubai. And obviously, the promise of safety in uncertain time, you have seen it. Yeah. They were spending, obviously, there are a lot of data are there. Yeah. Not a single kind of a greater impact have happened. That's what Dubai has taken care of for the people. And obviously there were some issues on the businesses, there were some homos, the transit were not happening on the shipping aspects and all. Yeah, the government has provided 1 billion dirham of economic support for the businesses. So that is what the country, they say that we are together in the journey, and that's what make Dubai as a different place on the earth. Yeah. Coming back to the India and UAE connect, obviously two different market, two different thought process. India is obviously we belongs to, but it's like we invest in other tools, the mutual funds and other investment, forex and those kind of elements. That's where Dubai also we need to see from that lens. This surely should be part of your next move, and that's what it comes as a wealth and lifestyle. Yeah. Now coming back to some of the numbers, India and Dubai numbers, you are able to see the rental income tax, the capital gain tax, the annual property income tax. On the right side, you will see everywhere 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah. There is only VAT which is there for 5%. That too started around 2 years ago. So that's the kind of country system. They believe in creating win-win. It's not only one side that only government should be on the receiving end and not giving end. Yeah. Till now, whatever infrastructure and the care and support system they have created, it has come on zero cost to the residents. Can we envisage a place on the planet Earth that government is not taking anything from you and giving everything? Yeah, that's the place we are talking about. Yeah. Now, a little bit more on the numbers part, the rental yield, because I have the clients who, so let me connect you to the two set of the clients we come across when we talk about Indian people who are resident of India. 70% of the people they want to invest in under construction new launches, but you also have 30% people who just want to park the money for whatever reason. So those 30% who want to park the money and buy the property by paying 100% of day one, then it's about the rental return. So even in that category, Dubai sports number one, and I'm sure you can see those percentages. If you have a 1 CR property, the average rental return on yearly basis is around 2 to 3 lakhs. But in Dubai, it starts at around 5 to 6%, goes up to 10, 12, 14% if it's a holiday home and those kind of companies. This is again the real example. We have given it here on the similar line. So yeah, we can move. Currency, it's a very, very important point. I connected in beginning as well. When I came here in Dubai in 2011, the conversion was 1 dirham equal to 11 rupees. Today it's 26. What has happened? Currency got devalued more than 200%. But when you see about Dubai or dirhams, it has a pact with the USD. One USD equal to 3.67 dirham was 15 years ago, and today also it's the same. So see the visionary elements of the government here. There is no impact. So guys, where we can find, so whatever you discuss in whatever area, you will come back. Yes, Dubai is the place. This is one of the basic example for everyone. Again, the three major government decisions, and we'll discuss about this, which is already showing the tractions now. Yeah, the visa rule got changed. So what about see, Dubai doesn't operate as a kind of a kingdom or the typical country. It operates as a city which is believe in it's a business city in a way which believes in creating win-win. Yeah. If the things are slow, they'll bring a lot more flexibility, and that is one of the examples. Yeah, the visa barrier which was there for 750,000, now minimum 400,000 of share, and then you can qualify for investor visa. It is about because when the conflict was happening, things people and I have seen the media which is being shown. It was if it's a 1%, it was being shown at 100%. So obviously those create some kind of a different thoughts, and just to overcome, they have created the flexibility that guys we understand. We all are emotional people, yeah, but that's where. So it's about more support and flexibility to the people. Yeah, the Gold Line Metro. The first metro came in Dubai in 999, 9 September 2009. Since then, yeah, they have ever expanded, and the recent announcement about the Gold Line Metro with a product of 34 billion dirham kind of investment, 42-kilometer route, 18 stations, 1.5 million people served. So the country, who is already serving lot more people with a population size of 4 million, which is around 40 lakhs is the size of the people here. Out of that, if they say that 70% of our people, they will provide them the metro connectivity. It says about the plan and the vision. See the kind of connect. They talk about in the 800-meter of vicinity of wherever you stay, you will find a public transport option. So that's the kind of thought process the government has. From wherever you are staying or sitting or operating. So that's a basis, that's a reference point for creating a support system. Yeah. U is obviously now economically more dependent. You may have seen that UE has exited. It is about showing that whatever is best and things are needed for UAE should not be bounded, which is even more good for the people and for the investors so that there is more control within the UAE about the future decisions. So I think and share market has responded very, very positively about it. Yeah. Etihad Rail. I think this is the first time it has happened in entire UAE. The UAE has been an oil-based economy. They have seen the oil since the childhood and those kind of generations. So there was no need of connecting the different cities from Dubai to Abu Dhabi because the oil was so cheap. Yeah. When I came, it was 1 dirham, which was 11, 12 rupees 15 years ago, which was still 4 times, 5 times cheaper compared to the Indian rates. So there was no need. But then now slowly they are also trying to come up with the time that yes, let's connect. And even because the oil ultimately it's a fossil fuel, right? It's a conventional method of energy. They don't want to keep the dependency more, and that's where they are creating more infrastructure connecting the cities. So it's a first time things. It's already live now. They have launched on June 30th, connecting all the Emirates into the city so that people can become more and we save the oil in those aspects. The golden visa. I'm sure you must have heard about this for last 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. In some of your connect people may have already taken it. It's a very, very simple. I'll decode the confusion if you have any. The property price should be the 2 million dirhams, which is around 5 CR of Indian rupees. But the good connect here is you don't need to put 2 million dirham or 5 CR on day one. The property price should be also, if you are buying an under construction new launch property, the price is 2 million. The booking amount is typically a 10 to 20%. So if you pay 10% booking amount, which is 50 lakhs, And then there are registration charges, which is 4%. Like in India, it varies from 6, 7, 8, state to state, male to female, and all. Here it's fixed registration charges. It's to be paid when you book the event. So 10% booking is an example, 4% you paid. So around you paid 70 lakhs Indian rupees. In 3 to 4 weeks, you get a title deed of the property. And once you get a title deed, you can apply for golden visa next day. The requirement is you need to be in the country. It takes around 4 to 5 working days because it needs the medical, the examination, and then the biometrics and those elements. Fourth or fifth working day, you get the visa. The interesting thing is the visa is on trade system. You get for your parents, you also get for your kids. So that's the kind of, so if you are a father, you can sponsor your parents and your kids. But if two siblings want to come in, yeah, and both have their own families, then the property value, either if we buy a 2 million of the two separate properties, or the property value should be 4 million. And then you keep them as a joint buyer, and if everybody's property is shown as 2 million, and then everybody can sponsor their own parents. A lot of those flexibility is there. So the golden visa can be the easiest route. The summary is you don't need to put 5 CR on day one. It's under construction payment plan, 60-40, 50-50, 30-70, whatever is there. You pay the booking amount, you pay the registration charges, you get a title deed, which takes around 4 to 5 weeks, and then next 4 to 5 working days, we get your visa. So that's the very simplistic requirement. Now, this is all about Dubai, but then Sunil, yes, we are convinced about real estate, but then what's next? So, sir, like in every city, from wherever, whichever part of India you come in, you will always see that these are 4, 5 areas. One which is performing very well, one are the futuristic ones. So this is the summary of those areas. Dubai South, the area which we are talking about, the world's largest international airport. That's coming in Dubai South. The entire expo. So if you have ever visited Dubai earlier, you have a World Trade Center when all the world's exhibition happens. Last year it was 185 exhibitions happened, which means every 2 days one exhibition was happening at world level. Happened in Dubai. Next year and even this year, the plan is to touch 355 exhibitions. So that the place of World Trade Center, which is right now near to Dubai downtown area, near the Burj Khalifa area, it's getting little bit saturated and crowded. They are shifting to a bigger and better facilities, much larger, 3 times larger than current center, to Expo site, which is under Dubai South. So two major attractions, and it's also towards a little bit of Abu Dhabi. So all the Disneyland and those areas are coming up. It's in that side. So this is an area to look for sure. Al Furja, the place where I stay, I have invested, and if you see in Google or ChatGPT, this is the place. I'll tell you the name of the project called Muroj, MUROOJ. It has given people 300% returns in 4 years. Yeah. So that's the area I have invested. I'm living in the most closest community to the Dubai South, which is evolving. So even if you want to invest in Al Furjan, because it's a settled area today, if you want to play little safe, Al Furjan is the place for you to explore. Then we got Medan. Medan is close to the current airport. It's around 15-18 minutes. It's also new area which is evolving, because now what's happening in Dubai is, if you see, Dubai is known for Bar Dubai, Dera, downtown, Business Bay, Marina. So those are the straight area associated to, and obviously Jumeirah, which is near to the Sheikh Zayed Road. But now, Dubai is growing into the district concepts. So like these, all 5 areas are evolving in the district. And district means it will have everything. From a residential perspective, the residential area to the shopping complex, the school, the hospital. So now, earlier what was happening is, if people are traveling for office from a place A to place B, everybody was going there. And then in that area, it was becoming more traction, and then issues on the traffic and all. Now Dubai is like evolving into the satellite district. So each of these 5 districts will have their own future and their own track, and we are discussing that what will make sense for you today. Coming back to DLRC, Dubai Land Residential Complex is about an area which is known more of little more economical aspect. But then when you see Dubai, the prices 5-7 years ago were into the similar per square feet price. So the people who want to enter at little lower price and want to see the good delta, DLRC is also a kind of an option, and Maritime City. If you see Dubai today's coastal line, the government is trying to triple the coastal line by 2032, which means they cannot increase the sea space. Obviously, some communities are coming near the sea, the Jumeirah expansion, the Palm Jubilee, and so on and so forth. But they're also bringing water inside the city. And one of the example is maritime, and if you heard Crystal Lagoon and all. So the three times of today's living opportunities will be available to the people on the water in next 6 years. So that's a maritime city is one of the focus. But if you want to play little safe, Al Qujan, Dubai South, because maritime is its on waterfront, it's little expensive. But basis of your plans, your budget, your timeline, and your purpose, we can zero it down to the perfect. Yeah. Now coming back on to the transaction part. Yeah. Sales value has declined by 20% for first 6 months. The reason is we all know March and April, those 2 months. But if you remove those 2 months, then it has shown the positive traction. Yeah. So I think we need to see it from that lens. The sales volume again, it's connecting to the same. But why we kept the slide, though it was showing the lower number, we wanted to show that the per square feet price appreciation still happens, which means though people are buying or bought little lesser number of units for whatever happened in the region and in Dubai due to that conflict, property prices have appreciated. Yeah. So that's the traction. That's actually true indicator, yeah, that the people or the prices or the properties who were there, the prices per square feet is appreciating. Which projects got decline or issues, which either they had a huge supply or these were the unknown developers. And then we will discuss. I have a 5 point the magic recipe which tells that what project or if you apply those filters, it should be a great potential for us. We'll discuss on those. Coming back to a little bit of detail about the plans and all. Like I said, we have two categories of investment. The 30% people who buy ready properties, they want to park the money. They are okay to put 100% money in one go. You have 70% of the people, and I'm talking about the people who invest in Dubai. 70% people invest in under construction new launches. The reason is very simple. You don't pay 100%, which means the lower risk. You pay over a period of time, which goes through the payment plan. So lower risk, lower investment, higher returns. I'll tell you how. Let me give you a real-time example. The project which I have bought it for our end-use purpose, it's called Jabal Ali Village. It's a 3-bedroom townhouse. Plot size is around 2,600. The built-up is around 2,900. We have bought at 2.5 million. Now the payment plan was 60/40. So 60% of 2.5 is around how much? 1.4 million. We have paid. Now the price is in 3 years. It was 2.5. It was today at 4.8, 4.9 million. It is increased by 2.4 million on an investment of 1.4 million. So see the mathematics. So the returns are around 200%. So that's the whole low risk, low investment, higher the return. When we compare it to the ready property, you open 100% of the money on day one. Your rental return is around 6, 7, 8%. Even if you compare for 3 years, what you did, you got 20 to 25% returns, but you invested 100% of the money in one go. Here, on contrary, I have invested 60% money in 3 years. My returns are 200%. So that's the beauty, and that's the logic, and that's the real exit data that 70% why people invest in the off plan or under construction. So then you have various payment plan or post handover 50/50. Whatever you see first, either 50/50 or 80/20 or 60/40, those percentage needs to be paid during the project time. So if the like it says 50/50, which means the first 50% will go in 3 years, the remaining data of balance 50% will be paid on or needed to be paid on the handover time. But what typically investor does if they are entering to buy and sell, they don't continue after handover. At the handover, they sell it. New buyer comes in, he brings the balance 50%. If it's 80/20, you pay 80% during 3 years, 20% needs to bring in by another buyer, and you exit and you see the delta on your investment. So that's a real ROI. Now, we already discussed about off plan is about new launches and under construction properties. Ready property is the thing wherein you need. So there are pros and cons for everything. But what is more important, in a lot of the webinar clients, they keep asking about the question about Sunil, what is the risk? Everything what I have told you till now is everything rosy, everything is good, I'm feeling happy, my family is settled, everybody is great in Dubai. But are there any risks? And if there are, what are the framework or the connect to mitigate those elements? So the second column talks about protecting customers and investor and RERA. Uh, I stayed in Noida for it was in six, sector 16A, Film City, where we had a corporate office of at Batinda Refinery. At that time, I have bought a flat in 2014. No, so I stayed in 2010-11, but when I came, obviously got some money here, invested in 2014 in that area, Sector 59. I'll not tell you the developer name. Sector 48, sorry, Sport City was coming up near the metro, 150 meters. I have bought a three-bedroom apartment. The price was 92 lakhs at the time, and market was peak. I was told by real estate agents sir, that you buy it, we will sell it 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 million. It's been now 12 plus years. The project is still not delivered. A lot of NCLT. We have a owners association. Now we heard that Purvanchal, one of the developers, is taking that project. Yeah. So we have a RERA there as well, but here the RERA is into the action, and I'll tell you real time example. You get a SMS and you get a call if there is any dispute in 24 or 48 hours whenever they invite. So government here send you message in hourly basis that you need to come and you need to discuss and you need to report or whatever. So that's a RERA power. The DLD Dubai Land Department they manage the entire transactions and ownership and the transparency element. Sometimes I hear from our counterparts back in India that one plot got sold to two people, one apartment got sold to five people, but here it's not possible at all. Everything is uh, digitized, barcoded. It cannot have duplicity, and Central Dubai Land Department is owned from a government people. They manage the entire things on mobile application. Everything is transferred. You don't need to be physically present to buy and sell the properties. So like we work with around 30 plus investors in India who are small to big business houses. Around five, six of those business houses, we manage their end-to-end thing. They have given the power of attorney to us. They say, they say that Sunil, you decide. Yeah, I need to invest this much of money. You decide, and because they know we are not very sure people, we buy in the interest of our owners, we sell in the interest of our owners, and accordingly the journey. So we have reached to a level. Yeah. So that is what I am talking about. You don't need to be physically present. You have a trusted player in the market who can handhold the journey for you, and that's where we are one of them. And obviously, there are consumer protection law is there. Yeah. Then the last column is about escrow rule, and I think this is very very good for the people who are investing from outside of Dubai, who don't know much about Dubai. And so the first 30%, suppose you have payment plan of 50-50. So the out of first 50% which you will need to pay during 3 years, if it's an handover timeline, the first 30% doesn't go to the developer. It goes into the government controlled escrow account. So you will pay only 20% because if the payment plan is 50-50. If the payment plan is 40-60, which means the first 30% it will go to the government controlled escrow account for that project. Only 10% will go to the developer. So developer is putting a lot of money, and that's what government says here. That what is the stake developer is putting, and if something goes wrong, if the project doesn't kick off and if there are delays, you as a person can always complain because your 30% money is not with the developer, it's with the government, and then you are taken care from that money. But when the developer will get the money of the 30% which is hold, when the developer announce through the building completion certificate that my project is ready with the specifications what I have updated to the buyers. Every quarter, the RERA authority goes and inspect the every single project. So if you and there is an online portal. Yeah, I'll ask my team to also put it. Every single project you can search online and it will show you the pictures, the current. So every 3 months, those things are updated. The current level of progress percentage and actual completion time. No other country can give you those real-time scenarios. Yeah. And the RERA is a very, very strict body. They are known here. They go inspect and then decide that, okay, till now you're supposed to complete this. What is your percentage completion? Then you have a DLP, yeah, defect liability timeline. Every contractor and developer is honored to give you 12 months of support. And whatever happens into the unit, it's developer's responsibility. And after that, obviously, these are the owners association and maintenance charges comes into the picture. RERA penalties are very, very high. You cannot publish a project if the government controlled escrow account is not issued to that. So government, see, why we are talking about how much a framework here is to safeguard your interests. Dubai feels that if anything happens to your investment, the brand name of Dubai is getting impacted. So they feel that they are accountable for your life, for your money, for your well-being here. And normally I say this in beginning. Let me repeat it now here. What is the difference? Like I said, I visited 15 plus countries. I come from India. What difference I see in one line? I'll tell you that in Dubai, you are taken care as a life. एक जीवन है आप, yeah, and for a life to need whatever ecosystem, whatever enrichment, whatever happiness mechanism, whatever things are needed for life to grow, and not only to grow, life to survive, grow, and celebrate. I think that's what is given here. But in most of other countries, whatever I visited, I think in most of those countries, you are counted as a count. You are a number. If the number goes up and down, nobody cares. Nobody bothered other than your family and close connects. But in Dubai, you are alive. You are not alone. And it's a huge difference when we talk about both. Now, but what will happen, Sunil? Things are here and there. So obviously, like for any other city and for any countries across the world, you'll have some areas which will see some kind of an corrections. Some will show the steadiness that things are okay, and some areas will grow. Yeah. The 5 point recipe which I wanted to share is we will focus on the areas which will grow. And like in India, I keep giving example to my people that if if uh, you are looking for an aggressive returns like ICICI or SDFC or any of mutual fund gives, so we have those kind of tracks. If you are looking for returns like of LIC, which gives you double or 200% security but lesser returns, so you have tracks. So the more important thing for us to know is what are your plans, and accordingly we'll fit in those recipe for you. Now, we discussed about the Murus and the Jabal Ali village as an example. Those were the prices. Uh, this area, wherever we operate, if you have seen the show into the property finder, we are number 2 in the entire area of that Furjan and number 1 agency in a particular community called Jabal Ali village. Which both are from Nakil, which is a government developer. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that we do 80% of transactions with top 10 developers only. Today, there are 500 plus developers into the market. But like our name indicates, like the journey which I had with corporates and keeping customers' interest first, we don't work with all. Our simple filter is whatever product I can buy for myself, I will only sell those products to the people. Yeah. That's a very simple. The project or the product I cannot buy for myself or my family members or for my friends, I will not pitch it to the people, and that is why we are on. If you see on our portfolio, will have those links. Our 90% of clients are repeat or referral clients. Once they are associated with us, they know, and we reach to a level wherein Sunil, tu bata kya karna? This is what I want to invest. So that's where the the accountability we also feel, and that's where the freedom also becomes. Yeah. Next. The oversupply concern. Yeah. I'm sure if you have some of the friends in Dubai, like a lot of people have those, and they come back with a question, Sunil, Dubai is seeing some kind of an oversupply in some category, and that's where our recipe, let me decode it. Very, very simple. It's a common sense. It's not a recipe in a way. Yeah. Obviously, these are about the developer whom we believe we have sold many or multiple units with even the government developer, Nakhil, Imar, Wasal, and those players, Dubai Properties and Viras. Yeah. What my recipe is very simple. It's a common sense. But sometimes people say the common sense is the most uncommon in all of us. So the first point is we need to select is the developer. The developer needs to be very, very good. Then we select the location or the geography. Third, then we select the project itself, and then the payment plan, and then the sizes. Yeah. And why I'm bringing this point because see, suppose in Indian context, we talk about DLF, Godrej, Tata. Those developers are great, but suppose Godrej in your city has 3 projects. Out of 3, one may be very good. So even though the developer is here, the government developer, but if they have a portfolio, if they have a portfolio of 10 projects, we will not sell you all the 10 projects. We will tell them that these are 2 projects are good for this developer. So I'll repeat the developer, the location, the project, and then obviously little more detail that for the price and the payment plan, how we see from our real estate lens that how it will appreciate if your purpose is to resell, how it will create an end user experience if your purpose is to relocate or move it. So those filters are very, very important for us. And that's the reason we don't find all of those 5 parameters in all of the developer and their projects, and hence we don't sell all the products. Yeah. Buyers are becoming more selective, which is good. Obviously, buy now, price will rise anyway. Now buyers are asking which developer, and that's what we feel good about that. The philosophy which we had from day one. Now, when things are tight, why our investor, but 90% of the project which we have called, and after 90, 10% obviously it's little steady only now. 90% project which we call are still rising. And I'll give you the real-time example and you revalidate. There are 2 property portals in Dubai. One is propertyfinder.com and second is bayouth.com. Our team will put the details here and you can check. I'm giving you those. Like in India, we have Magic Breaks and 99 acres and so on and so forth. You can see the Jabal Ali village. Whatever has happened in Dubai or during the conflict, this product is still growing. Yeah. So if our recipe or the filters are right, that is for sure is not. We will not advise you wrong thing. We will not tell you wrong thing. Very simple. We had an example, Mr. Gupta. I should not tell his first name. He was a resident of Delhi at the time when he relocated to Dubai. And he told Sunil, I got your reference from my friend that go to Sunil, discuss with him, he will suggest you the property. He came, we met. He said, Sunil, I know that you will force me in some of the developers, some of the property, but एक बात मुझे अपने मन की करने दे. One thing of my, it's my money, Baba. So I said, sir, okay. I told him we will not buy into that property, but he said, Sunil, in Delhi, I have attended a roadshow. They have shown a floating cinema on water. Let me get a 1 unit there. He insisted. I said no. Obviously, sir, ultimately, he said, first property, let me buy for my choice. Then all property, I'll buy with your choice. I said, perfectly fine. And he came to reference because the person knows. Yeah, Sunil will not advise him wrong. But we bought the property because he has seen some of different things on social media. And we needed to resell this property at little loss after 6. These are the real time. So what I keep telling to people that the social media or the thing which comes to you at your doorstep in India, the important filter out of 5 points, but then the base filter for you should be the real estate agency. And I'll give you that what happens. So here in the ecosystem, you have a developer, agency, and then you, who is a buyer or investor. And the developer, like if again we take an example of Godrej. If you directly go to Godrej in India, they will say everything good about their own project. And they may say little not good about the thing, though the developer is good, maybe DLF, and if DLF project is near to the Godrej, they may not say a good thing about DLF. So that's what will happen if you go directly to the developer. But when you come to an agency like us, for us, you are more. We will understand the budget, plan, timelines here and there. We will give you options, sir, Godrej, this project, DLF, this project. Yeah. But for our requirement, our choice is this project with this developer. And for under construction property, we don't charge you any fees. So the beauty with us or any agency you take into the market, choose an agency who works in your interest. But is a real estate industry, brokerage agencies. Uh, we all are human. We carried away with the money inflow or the commission which comes to us. But what I'm trying to tell you is choosing a trusted agency is very, very important for you. Uh, if you go to the developer or if you go to agency for the developer, your price is same. And that's beauty. All the top 10, 15 developers, they don't change the price. If the price is 1.999 something dirhams million, it, even if you go through directly or if you go through us, it's the same price for you. So there is no change. So, but what happens when you go to Godrej, they may push you for Godrej, but when you come to us, we'll give you options and then suggest that this product is good. So that comes to you without any charges. Second beauty with working with Shore is we handle the entire journey for you. Like I said, you don't need to physically come. We'll select the property for you. We'll get you the property. We'll manage the documentation, logistic, monetary inflow part, and the most importantly, resale or rent whenever you need it. I think that's the entire handholding. And small logistical connect, I'll tell you. If you go directly to the developer, you are one of the buyer out of 1 lakh or whatever number of historical buyers they have in their database. For us, for each of the developer, we got a RM relationship manager, and so we can get your things moved quite fast for whatever logistical expansion, support, documentation are needed. That comes without any cost. So that's for under construction projects we are talking, wherein 70% of people are doing because low risk, low investment. Second category is the 30%, which is about the resale or secondary or the ready property. In that, we charge you, and again, we'll have the same filters why you need which category, we'll discuss all the things. But in this case, because we are not getting anything from developer, in this case we charge 2% agency fees, and that is charged across Dubai. It is to be paid by the buyer. So for you, the sale price, the registration charge are 4% and 2% are the agency fee. So that's the when you buy a ready property. When you buy a new launch, the sale price, whatever the booking amount, the agency, the registration charges you pay 4%. You don't pay agency fees of 2% because we are taken care from the top. So these are some of the logistical aspects. Yeah. Why choose Shore Real Estate? In addition to the real value which we have just mentioned for you, obviously the investment opportunities we mentioned end to end, unbiased advisor. There is a lot of thought has gone into the choosing the word Shore, and it's all about that. These are the top 10 players. Even out of that, if you suggest, I still have my two, three, four favorite, and on this public domain, I will not want to use those things. For me, whatever create value and serve your purpose is more important. Very simple. Yeah, these are some of our key highlights. If you see in the bottom line, wherever we have worked, we have been into top three players. These are one of the live evidence. For Jebel Ali Village, we are number one. It's a very big township. It's a mini city. It got restaurants. It got commercial blocks. It got 9 swimming pools, football ground. They are number one reason. If you see, all of those projects are unique, are by great developers and known for creating value for people in the market. So we work across apartment, commercial offices, townhouse and villas and mansions, and even the land or the plots. These are some of our happy clients. I'll not spend more time, but the first top left, if you see in middle, her name is Aarti Bagga. When you put this name, she's a very famous makeup artist, and she was flown from Dubai to India for the wedding reception of Nisha Ambani. So that's she's our client. On the bottom, if you see on LinkedIn, bottom left, she is Miss Sonali Dhawan. She is the CEO of Procter and Gamble. She is our client. Here you have a football league honor to the people who are working in Google, to uh, the honor of the CEO of Yes Bank. At the first row, the third number is very, very famous, number one RJ in Dubai, Abhishek. He is from Jodhpur, Rajasthan. And we have people from Cisco. There is a businessman. Uh, the businessman from South India, who is the number one rice exporter. From Canada, there's some of the repeat clients. Yeah, CEO of Dabur, people from energy company. Our one of the investor who says Dubai is the land of opportunity. Yeah. Those again, some of the people from different countries. Yeah, these are some of the partnerships. In addition to whatever we work with our government player, and here, if you've seen, I repeated the government player or trustworthy player or quality player. Here, the government players create more value to the people in terms of the quality, response, experience, and return. Unlike in other places of the world, private player may be doing some better thing, but here government player does a better job. These are some of the clients, like I said, people have uploaded their pictures with us and then given a feedback. So this is about our team. Yeah, some of those elements. This is very close to our heart. On our every the shore anniversary, yeah, wherein we have started our things, we do this blood donation camp. Like I said, I have been fortunate enough to work with Tatas and those kind of organizations. Giving back to the society has been in core. This is one of the things we do out of many. Yeah, sponsorship to cricket and those kind of leagues. This is very big for us. So we are proud that we are a sponsor to the number one football club of Northeast, and the category is women's football team. Yeah. They have qualified for the IWL, and they made us proud by reaching to the final and scoring second. This happened just recently in January, February. So we are a proud and key sponsor to the entire football team of that club, who scored number two in Indians Women's League in football. So that's a proud moment. This is one of the NGO. They also came in Kapil Sharma's show, Audis Band. Uh, they cannot see. When they had their first show, we partnered for their journey and entire arrangements for them. Yeah. Again, the recent sponsorship to the school, this team has participated in the Ferrari mock-up competition. They from the bottom they scored 50%. I think it's the first time any the youngest team has reached to that level, and that's a great moment for us. Obviously, we keep doing the quarterly road shows in a lot of cities in India. We have done in Guwahati to Kolkata to Rajasthan to MP to Delhi and Mumbai. These are some of the snippets from them. Yeah. This is our proud and happy team. Great to have a team. So we got around 18 sales people. 7 people is into the marketing, operations, and driving support. Blessed to have people like them, and uh, now it's a more main topic. Yeah, like we said, the question and answer. This is my favorite topic because here we talk about the real time question. So feel free, whatever questions you have about the developer, to the areas, to the monitoring flow, to the taxation, if there are any of those queries, please. Yeah, you can write questions here, so we can go through one by one. I think this is the section which is very popular in our monthly webinars. I think this may be our 18th or 19th webinar. We do it on a monthly basis. It's a free webinar for everyone. The purpose is, like I said, the real and real. There can be various delta or differences. Whatever you see on social media and video and brochures, and what's maybe the real time delivery. And that's where our job is not to sell you the property. Our job is to create a comfort, connect with the person who has been living here for 15% with family, who's worked into corporate transition to the real estate for a reason. Yeah. So feel free, put your questions, we'll be answering and responding to you live. So we have a question from Sathe sir. Sathe sir, I think you are from Maharashtra. That's what looks like from surname. I stayed in Mumbai for 5 years when I worked with between Reliance. I got transition from Jamnagar to Mumbai. and then in Mumbai again I work with Tata Chemicals. If property in 20 bought in 2026, 50 and sold in 1 to 2 years, are you asking about the returns? Sir, the under construction property will give you returns of around 50% in 2 to 3 years, 50. And I'm talking about good projects. Uh, we don't sell other projects, so government projects and those kind of quality players. 50% returns, and sure real estate is known for being a little reserved whenever we commit and comment on some of the figures. Yeah, so we can, sir, what we will typically tell to people that if it's a 3 years project, at least keep an horizon of 1.5, 50-60% of the time, and after that. The ideal time to sell is obviously at the time of handover to reach. वो बोलते हैं ना कि आम को पकने दिया जाए. But still, for whatever reason, if you are into the churning mode, then the 50 to 60% of the project duration, we need to hold it and then exit. Then reinvest, then hold it 50% of the time and then re-exit. Yeah. So in that kind of tenure, we can expect a 40 to 60% of return, 40% in 50% of the tenure, and then 60% at the time of final handover. There have been 300% returns in the area where I stay. I have got into the similar project. So those magics are also there, but I'm talking about the common scenario. How much profit can we get? So that's what we discussed started with, around 40 to 60%, depending on the tenure you will want to continue staying. Yeah. Shalini ma'am, the documentation part, ma'am, rest assured, that's where the show team, the value addition comes into the picture. We get you the under construction new launches without any single fees from your side, and we manage your entire things. I'll repeat, you do not need to physically be present in Dubai to buy or sell the property. Everything is managed digitized. You have a the mobile application access of the Dubai government, and you can see your title deed, you can see your transaction, who is the owner, what is the price, everything there. Yeah. Virendra sir, do you have your offices in India? So sir, I am from Rajasthan. We have an office in Jaipur and in Ahmedabad. Two for now, but in a process of onboarding more channel partners and hopefully it's consistent. But we have a team, marketing team. Some of the members are based in India as well. So if you want to have more conversations and some for your comfort, that are they really genuine people and all, you can get it. Paras Sudani sir, if the graph shows right now seems to peak, correction seems around the corner. Paras sir, I'll repeat one, two things which I have mentioned in before. Sir, some of my Hindi business owners, they say, "Sunil, every time is the right time to buy the property. Because if you are buying a, for example, 22 karat gold, the price will increase. So I'm just connecting that for property buying, there is not a right or wrong time. Yeah. Now, obviously, we need to bring some filters that which project to enter, at what stage. Our purpose is what? If you're end user, then we can even enter at a high price because this will still grow. But if you're an investor, we need to buy in a project. Then you bring a filter of developer, location, payment plan, and all. Yeah. So great developer prices have not come down, and we invest only in good projects and good developers. So if you see our track record, 90% projects have given them greater and even beyond their expectation return. 10% are growing into the steady state mode because of the current situation. So to respond to you directly, it's not about being the peak. It's about what potential it still keep into the product. How much juice is still left? I think that should be the base for our looking at the real estate. And sir, BMW जब हम लेंगे तो BMW की प्राइस पे आएगा. And if you will buy MG, then MG की price देनी. So that thought process should be clear. I think whenever and whatever you decide, always take a input from a real estate agency who works in your interest. Yeah, because like I said, you got 500 plus developers here. Now, why we work with 15, 20 developers? Because our thought process is creating an ecosystem wherein you are taken care of. So have a trusted advisor who works for you. Have those conversations. if you have a time and if you recent plans to develop or invest it, we have a team member who can connect with you one-to-one to discuss more specific scenarios. Yeah. Atul Naidu sir, what is the minimum cost of 2 BHK flat in Dubai? Atul sir, I would say 1.7 million to 2 million. That's a good budget to invest. Uh, 1.5 also I can say, but then again, like I say, our filter is good for us. So if I say, though it can be little less than 2 million if we say the average price, which is around 5 CR, but then the beauty is you don't need to pay. If the payment plan is 50-50, you'll pay only 2.5 CR in 3 years. We have a live project. You will love it. If anybody wants to invest, do your own due diligence. But I'm sure whenever you will discuss about the project, we'll come back to the same project. And I'll ask my team to also share the details to you. It is a project by a government developer called Wasal, WASL. Their two-bedroom price is 2 million dirham. It's a BMW in that category. 300 meters away is the running metro. 300 meters is the IKEA. 500 meters is the temple, the new temple and only temple in Dubai. And I have bought into the nearby project, which is 500 meters away, Jabal Ali village, because my purpose was end use obviously become a super high investor product as well. So if you are looking for two-bedroom apartment, the beauty, in addition to the location and being a government developer and into the payment plan of 4 years, 60-40 payment plan, the beauty is the product itself. It is on 700-meter huge central park, and then the cluster of towers are coming like this. So for a lifetime, you will have a park view. When you come down on the ground floor you have retail space, and it's not a standalone tower, it's a cluster of towers. So it's a community living experience. You already have, so now the cherry on the cake is this garden or the central park is already operational. It's still it opened 1.5 months ago. It's a super investment. So it has a area wherein I stay. You got a metro, you got an IKEA, you got a temple, you got a park, you got a government developer, and then it's in the payment. So not a single, but in addition to that, if you know somebody in Dubai, check about their product. You will come back to the same thing that Sunil Bhai booked for. And then the project name is Wasal Boulevard Park. I'll ask my team to share you the information, some of the video which we have created from the site location itself. So minimum 2 BHK, sir. Let's invest in a good Toyota BMW car of a product, which stays during the test of time. So let's keep a budget of 1.82 million. Yeah. Under construction, so we pay in the installments and taken care. Puneet Bogal, sir, I think you are looking from Himachal to Punjab side. What is the value of 3 BHK flat in Dubai? Sir, again, like I said, we sell only Honda, Toyota, BMW kind of product. Not for that it's expensive, but for that, even if it's 20 lakhs more in the price, the safety of those 20 lakhs is very, very important. Like I said, I bought a 92 lakhs 3-bedroom apartment 14 years ago still, and I have paid 51 lakhs. After that, I stopped paying, and now it's a litigation all. We should buy, and the important thing for you, your preference are outside of the country. Though you are investing in a country which has a lot of those checks and balances from the governance, invest in a good product. Coming back to 3 BHK flat, with the same project which is on the park, 3-bedroom is at around 3 million, which means around 7.5 to 8 CR. I'll repeat, the beauty is the 10% booking amount, 4% registration, 14% will go in one go, then rest 4 to 5% every 4 to 5 months, 5% amount goes. So that's the 60. So during 4 years, you will pay 60%, on handover 40%. Now the beauty even on handover, if your purpose is to rental return, as a non-resident, you can take mortgage loan up to 50 to 60%. So in this case, the remaining 40% on handover can be taken as a loan. Now another question I remember last time came is the mortgage. So in Dubai, the mortgage is given or the home loan is given only on the ready property. The framework is as a resident, I have a golden visa for me and my family, and as a non-resident, as a normal resident, I can get 80% of the mortgage amount of the value of the product. But in case of non-resident, the value is only 50 to 60%. It's just about that exposure and some kind of the credit aspect. So a lot of people, they say that, well, now I have a money, let's buy it and create an asset and we'll have a passive income. They take the non-resident mortgage loan and the bank pays, and then they put the return on rent, and then rental takes care of the EMIs. With it, they have created an asset. Then they buy another one. So a lot of those things comes into the picture. So the 3 BHK flat, directly answering 2.5 to 3 million, I would suggest buying a product which is a BMW or Toyota. And Vatal Boulevard still has so it's a product. It's a cluster 5 towers, 90% is already sold out. You see the research in the Google and YouTube, you will get to know all the things. But we will also share the videos, and it's a recommended product from Shore Real Estate. Yeah. Ashu sir, can you name some of the best towns around 2.2 million? Ashu sir, 2.2 million is a little lower ticket size in terms of the value. But still, if you, for whatever reason, if you have, there is a developer who makes a lot of noise into the market. I will not take a name on the social media or on this webinar, but I will not recommend you that. There is a new project which is coming up. I think today is 4. On 7th, the registrations are happening. It's a project by Aldar. I'm telling you the developer name Aldar, ALDAR. They are bringing a project, part of the township. 2-bedroom townhouse is around 1.8 to 1.9 million, and 3-bedroom is around 2.7, 2.8 million. If you have limited budget, that can be good opportunity. But if you want to, sir, Ashu sir, I'll still suggest decide what you want to do and what is the budget. And decide means the purpose and then the budget. Leave rest to us. If you restrict us, that's only 2 million, but then I want townhouse, then sir, I will have little lesser option, which may come to your purpose of appreciation or may not. But if you give me the freedom that this is the budget, this is the plan and timeline, suggest me. Then I'll give you the apartment and townhouse, and I'll give you my option. But if you use the word townhouse, you are restricting me. Yeah? This is a very, very transparent way. We are from Rajasthan. Our family members used to tell us a story that Sunil, 2 meter kapda. I'm not sure if how many people we have from South Indian if there are Hindi issue, but I'll still tell them. If you got a 2 meter length of the cloth, and if you go to tailor, you say that I need one shirt, the tailor will say, okay, sir, possible. If you tell, can I get a two shirts in 2 meter? He will still say possible. If you ask them, can I get 4 shirts in 2 meter? He will still say it's possible. If you ask them 8 shirts I need in 2 meter, he will still say possible. Okay, then you are happy. 8 shirts in 2 meter. This is the first time I got a tailor. You come after 7 days, he gives you small things. He says, what I'll do. So you wanted to get 8 shirts in 2 meter cloth. Yeah. So that is what I'm saying. Give me the budget. If you ask me to fit in, then I'll need to give you some top. Obviously, we'll try to give you good thing. If we cannot, we'll tell you that let's not try it. But why I'm bringing this connect, at a 2.2 million, we can get you great apartment, superb location on the park, on the metro. It cannot be better. But still, if you still want townhouse, the new project is coming up by Allah. The registration is starting on 7. Virendra sir, can I bring the money that if yes, then how can I save tax? Virendra sir, people have been doing this taxation and money transaction aspect for 50 plus years. So very, very much possible. We don't need to reinvent the wheel in any manner. Whatever is your plan, we'll ask our team to assign you a dedicated sales team member. He will reach out to you, have a 15, 20, 30 Zoom call with you, understand your timelines, and the transition will be managed. No need to worry about this. It's one of the easiest tasks. I think where we put money or we put more energies into getting you the good products. This monetary part is a very, very logistical element. Does the developer while selling the property, sir? Developer charge only the NOC fees, no objection certificate. There is no transfer fees. Every time when the property gets transferred or bought, the buyer pays the transfer charges, which is the Every time you bought a property, you paid 4% registration charges. If you resell this property, the new buyer will pay 4% registration charges. But because you are reselling the property, it's owner's responsibility to get the no objection certificate. That is chargeable, and that amount is around. It varies from 3 to 5,000 dirhams from developer to developer. These are for logistical reasons. Otherwise, there are no transfer charges. Lot of negative with regard to current situation. Offering very good discount is the right time to invest. Sir, I'll repeat one more line which I said. There are two set of thoughts are into the market. The people who have been into the market for in Dubai for last 5 years, they are into wait and watch. They are worried. But it means little caution. The people who are more than in Dubai for 5+ years, they are taking it as an opportunity. They are saying that whatever flexibility they are getting or low prices they are getting, they are investing, they are pumping in money. And if you have seen the per square feet prices have gone up in last 6 months, that is one of the true indication that though the volume is less, but PSF has increased. So it's not about prices have gone down. It's about there are flexibilities. There are some kind of obviously degrowth is there, but then, like I said, always buy a Honda, Toyota, and the BMW. Don't go into other products. So for sure, it's a right time to invest. The important filter is you need a good agency who handles the journey and good developer and good location. How much is the minimum investment required? Booking, sir, the developers keep the booking amount varying from 5 to 20%. Varies from developer to developer in one go, and there are always 4% of registration charges are there. So whatever the booking amount plus 4%, you get a window of typically 7 days to manage this booking and transfer the registration charges. It's booked the property. Yeah. Next. Perfect. So I think our team is saying there are questions, but then I think they get a window of around 80-90 minutes with the platform. So in case still your questions are unanswered, feel free. We'll assign dedicated team members to reach out to you people for your interest. You can put that to whoever wants to have a discussion independently. Whenever you have the discussion with the team member, if you still have a time and energy, and if you want me also to connect on the call, the conference or Zoom call, would be an honor for me to be part of your journey. In the last, I keep telling to my team that the most important gift anybody can give to us is the time. And you have been there for last 80+ minutes with us. So thank you for your time. Thank you for this opportunity. Irrespective about your real estate interest or not, in case you or any of your friends is traveling to Dubai, give us our details. We'll be happy to even suggest that the hotel and restaurant and the places to visit. We are in a way your representation. We are, though it's a business, but business is a side objective for us. The main objective for us is to represent you as an Indian and be part of the journey for a more longer. For us, closing the deal is not a closing the journey; it's a beginning of the journey, and that's the thought process. Please follow us on social media. You have seen the barcode on the last slide. That's our social media handles. There are regular updates keep coming into those platforms, and follow us and we'll stay connected. Once again, thank you so much. Let's stay connected and we'll keep creating, being part of the journey for you all. Thank you.